Hey guys, it is 2:45 in the morning and all is not well with Jaguar. Jaguar is out there in the dark by some lake and she is reminiscing about her Goomba. She wants him to come home. That is the message that she's sending him. Baby, just come home. Here's what she has to say about Goomba. This is a good time for a lot of you to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, because you keep coming back looking at the videos but you're not hitting the subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate if you subscribe to my channel. Thank you.
Then I had an epiphany about halfway in. Ooh, look at me tripping. About halfway in to our 5 mile, right along where we used to walk. And as we were walking, I kept noticing that I kept thinking about you, thinking about us. When we're near water or when we're in the desert, best times we've ever had in life. You're so different. You're so calm. You're happy. You're free. And the second we get away from it, you turn into a total demon.
Now, Jaguar said that he turns into a total demon. I don't think she has looked at any of her videos with her blowing up at so many places, like the airport, police department, etc. I don't have to go through it. But she knows that she's the one who has turned into a total demon.
That's why I hate the idea of us moving into this house without you. For you to be able to just get up and go fishing with Shannon anytime you want. Go hunting. Stop playing Call of Duty and bring me something home to cook. I wouldn't mind all of that shooting if it was actually producing something other than just taking up space in your brain and wasting your day. It's a lot. A lot has happened. But it's Shabbos. God said we have to forgive.
Let it go, Jaguar. Let it go, honey. You're only torturing yourself. You cannot keep fighting for a man who don't want you. You're only embarrassing yourself more and more on the internet. And Jaguar Wright is not the only one going through it. A lot of women out there have men who don't want them and they make themselves an idiot and an ass, trying to run after something and fight for something that's not there. When a relationship is over and done and someone don't want you, and this goes both ways, men and women. If someone don't want you, you gotta give it up. Let it go. Stop beating yourself over the head. They are other people who will love you and who you will love. So let this one go. Throw this one back in the ocean. There are other fishes in the sea.
I'm willing to forgive you if you're willing to forgive me. But I think it's time for you to come home. I'm legitimately worried about you. You're facing a lot. A lot.
The only thing that Gerald is facing is charges from Jaguar. She says she's going to put him in jail for blowing up her car. That's the only thing he's facing. So if she don't file charges, he's good. So I don't know what she's talking about that he's facing a lot. He's facing a lot because of her, if she goes through with those charges. So I think what she's doing here is trying to guilt him into coming back to her by all the threats. I'm going to put you in jail. That didn't work. Now you're facing a lot. No, he ain't facing nothing. The only thing he's facing is you continually threatening him and threatening to put him in jail. That's what he's facing. So once again, run, Goomba, run.
You're facing so much. And I'm your wife and I'm supposed to face it down with you. For better or for worse. Rich or poor, sickness and health.
I wish someone can tell me what Jaguar is talking about. Because for better or for worse, we have seen it being the worst. I mean, it couldn't have gotten any worse than what we have seen within the past couple of months with Jaguar and Goomba. And it's all on her, all the threats, all the craziness that she has exhibited that ran this man away, and then she threatened to unalive him. And she knows she's talking like if she didn't do anything. There's no accountability.
Till death do us part.
The marriage vows, till death do us part. But that does not mean if the marriage is not working, you cannot get a divorce. You're not going to stay in a marriage where you are miserable. Till death do us part. However, there's a however that people don't put at the end of that sentence. However, if you're going to try to unalive me, I might have to get a divorce. However, if I'm so unhappy in the marriage, I'm going to have to get a divorce because there's no way I'm going to live the rest of my life being this unhappy when I only got one life to live. So I think those old traditional vows needs an amendment. There's no way you're going to stay with someone, what we saw on national TV with Jaguar, how she behaved. There's no one who's going to spend the rest of their life or his life with that type of madness. There's no way.
Just call me. Just call me.
Jaguar said in the most sexiest voice that she can put on, just call me. There's no way Gerald is calling you Jaguar. Why would he want to change his number to keep you from calling him? And as soon as the number gets changed, now he's going to call you? Are you for real?
And if you don't want to call me, that's fine. But please call Aunt Pat.
Now, why would he call Aunt Pat? For Aunt Pat to pass the number on to you? There's no way. Lady, go get a life. Leave Goomba alone. Let this man live his life in peace. At this point, it's harassment.
She doesn't have your new number. Nobody that cares about you does.
She's not supposed to have the new number. And nobody that you know, Jaguar, is supposed to have his number. Because they're going to pass it on to you, and you're going to keep harassing this man until Nikki throws him out again. That is the whole purpose of you getting his new number, so you can cuss Nikki and the kids out and harass them and say all kinds of threatening things. I think the next thing Goomba is going to have to do is put out a restraining order. But it's a shame that it has come down to this. But she's leaving him no choice. He have no choice than to disconnect his number, change that number, put out a restraining order, file a police report. She's leaving him no choice because she's getting more and more desperate and threatening.
The real people that care about you. Just call Aunt Pat. I know you have her number because I made sure you put it in your phone the last time we were on the road in Las Cruces. Call Aunt Pat. I forgive you.
Jaguar's forgetting whose fault this is. It's not his fault that he left. It's Jaguar's fault that her husband left her. So if there's any forgiveness here, she have to forgive herself for driving her husband away.
And I love you.
A last-ditch effort to get Goomba back. But she's not going to stop. She's going to keep trying. We tried to get in contact with Gerald now that he has changed his number. She can't call him at any time and harass him anymore. So now she's going to use the guilt trip on him. Call Aunt Pat. And if he calls Aunt Pat, guess what? Aunt Pat is going to give her the new number, and then he's going to be back to square one with her calling him and harassing him. Not only him, but Nikki and her children. And harassing him and cussing Nikki out. Well, you can love someone and not really mean them well. If Gerald calls Aunt Pat, he's going to get everything he deserves coming down the road. Now that he's at peace and he is rid of Jaguar, at least he's got some peace of mind. He's able to think clearly, not being harassed, not listening to nasty voice messages, because when she leaves the message, it's like he can't erase it without listening to it. So he listens to it, and then he gets upset. So for the last, I guess, day or so, he's been able to rest his brain, his mind, without having to listen to all these voice messages. And it's driving her crazy that she can't get a hold of him. So the one person I'm presuming that he has a close relationship with is Aunt Pat. And so Jaguar is going to use her now to get a hold of him. If he calls Aunt Pat, then it's going to be back to square one, and he's going to have to get another new number. So, Gerald, just move on with your life because this has come to a dead end. YouTubers, I'm over now. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel and to this video. Thank you for watching.